So I have used Finch. Come on, man. I am such a fan of these little Finch knives. They are made out of Kansas, and I just dig them. So, you know, the little logo glows. Hit it with a flashlight hard, and then put it in the dark. Like you can kind of see it glowing in there now just from these overhead lights. Micarta titanium pocket clip. And then, yeah, look at this blade on this thing, 154 cm. This is a drifter, so it's got a satin finish on the curves, the grinds, and then it's got a bead blast finish on the flats on both sides. Let me, need to wipe this down. It's used, but I believe it was kind of represented as in like new condition. So let's see if we can vet that out. I mean, I almost think the edge has been manipulated somehow, stropped or something. Yeah, just looking at it, I believe, and if it has, it's been done well. But I do see where it kind of polished the tip. I don't see any wear on the blade. I just feel like maybe it's been polished. I don't see any wear on the micarta. The pocket clip, however, seems to show a fair piece of wear. So did this thing go in a pocket? I'm going to think maybe. And I'm going to be tempted to tumble this pocket clip. But for right now, I think we just want to check it in. Yeah, so all these little Finch knives that I have are just, man, they all are the epitome of a smaller, very capable little pocket folder. And what I mean by that is, I mean, I could defend myself with this little knife. It's not much to do about much to do here, but this is a capable little pocket piece. Steel liners, micarta scales on top of those liners, and they all have wonderful action. Yeah. Hey, let's get in this thing. I dig it. A drifter. Looks like it's got a copper collar around the pivot screw as well. It's got a fair piece of yeah, I'm going to say that's copper. I mean, just slightly magnetic, so maybe it's copper, like dirty copper. It's got lead or something in there with it. Who knows? But I do believe it's copper. Little collar. It's got the same one on the other side. Nice little look against that blue. Yeah, it's got Loctite on all the screws. Gonna need this one off there too. Yeah, got an opportunity to clean this up in here a little bit. I don't think I'm going to change the tune on the knife at all, because it run really well. I think I'll just clean it up and lube it, get some of my light oil on it, and however it lands, it's going to be good enough. But there's definitely an opportunity to clean these up in here. There's I don't know, almost looks like dust. You know, I'm looking in here now, and I'm looking at the polished pivot, the polished edges on these scales, and it kind of makes me wonder if I shouldn't polish this clip. That, yeah, so that's a thought. I was thinking about tumbling it, but there's so much shiny going on here that I wonder now if I shouldn't polish that clip, and if that wouldn't be a real stunner. I mean, it would depart from being stock, I guess, but these little finches aren't necessarily, I'm not really bringing these in to purge them out. These are personal indulgence of mine. I like these little finches. And I will tell you this, they make extraordinary gifts. Somebody gets one of these and they just go, oh, ah. Classic lines, you know, internal stop pins. There we go. Easy peasy. All right, last screw. I'm going to check these from this side just to be sure. Yeah, they need it a little bit. All right, let's check that action. Something about a little lightweight oil, man. Got a little wiggle there. All right, I think we're good to go. Let's break down this action. Takes a little bit of coaxing to get it to go, but in a knife this size, I mean, I'm really just looking for it to be hydraulic. Now I have a couple that are this size that just fall. Like take your tip of your finger off, you're not paying attention. But for the most part, if they're hydraulic and smooth, I'm good. And this one's definitely that. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say A minus. It's definitely A level action. It's really good. I like it a lot. Ergonomics, yeah, so not so confident, confident, very confident grip. And this is definitely a confident grip. There's enough of a finger guard and the jimping there that it locks my fingers in behind it. And then this jimping on the spine is just shy of being combat jimping. So really locked in grip. And the fact that these get wider at the back it really kind of locks the hand in. Like if it was narrower in this short runway, it might make it feel like I'm coming off the knife. But because it's wider at the back, it just really widens up and makes it locked in. I mean, I am super locked in with this little sticker right here. Yep. Wow. So nice. Reverse grip is wonderful. Can cap that off. Very controlled grip. You know, very cool. And then this, not so much, only because I'm really exposed here with my palm. Now, I will say I'm locked in really solid, but because I can't get behind this flipper tab, I'm going to kind of say that's a no-go, in my opinion. Let's check the pocket clip. I've yet had one of these to not just run really well, so we'll see. Yeah, look at that. I dig it. Wonderful tension. Here's standard jean size material. Again, it's locked in. My spot in the back pocket, wherever I put this, I can expect it to be there when I get it, you know, when I go looking for it. And the screws lend a grip for me to grab onto. It does reveal about 1/4 of an inch of the knife out of the pocket, but I think it's a classy look. It looks good. Kind of represents a bigger knife than it really is. See if we got any blade exposure here. Yeah, none through the back. The tip is very recessed down in there. And so the clip's good, the tip's good, and I'm confident I can manhandle this knife any way I want, and I'm not going to catch the sharp part. Let's check the sharp part. I mean, it's not great, so let me hit my strop here real quick. Especially since this is going to go in this is my special little case. Now, does that mean I'll never purge these out? No, it doesn't mean that. It just means for right now, these don't go in the cell box. Now, can I pick some of these up new and, you know, end up running them through the site? Sure. But for now, this was picked it up used, got a great price on it. That I couldn't pass up. And I didn't have this drifter. And so finding it at the right price just made me go, yeah, I got to get it. Yeah. Crazy sharp. Nice. Yeah, beautiful edge on there. I like that little clip point on there. I think it's I don't know, there's something traditional looking about it. So how much are these new? If you was looking for one, what would you expect to pay for it and where could you find it? Yeah, so this model came out in 2021 and it's a discontinued model. And so the only place that I believe you're going to be able to find one of these is on the secondary market. And my guess is, you know, if it's in good shape, you're probably going to be $100 plus. New, these were like $130. Now, were they ever discounted by somebody and you could pick it up at a reasonable price? Maybe, you know. So, could you find one around $100? Who knows? Secondary market though, that's going to be the hunt for this one. This is the FINCH Drifter. Hey, I appreciate y'all watching.